I've spent many days wade fishing for trout in the summer and suffering, but now I've found something that is a million times better in the dog days of summer. Gar, carp, and bowfin. Some people might think it's easy because they're rough fish, but it's actually pretty difficult. You gotta locate them for starters, especially on a big body of water like the Mississippi. They move quite a bit. And a lot of them have these idiosyncrasies relative to the species that makes it super difficult, but also very fun and rewarding to actually figure out what they're doing out there. There's a better one. All right. I really love high sun, low wind days. Those are obviously the best. Depending on what body of water you're on, if you don't have sun, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to catch these fish. So high sun, low wind, that's kind of key. He's on it. Eat it. He never ate it. Here we go. Pretty tight to the berry tree. Saw him feeding underneath. Slapped the old mulberry in, he just slurped it. Basically, you gotta find their head to see which way they're facing. And you wanna cast like almost perpendicular to their head, but past them. I don't know, it doesn't really matter how far past. You wanna give yourself enough room to like hit the water, keep the fly on top, and then once you get right above them, drop it straight down so they can see that thing go right down in front of them. That's what I've found to get them, the best way to get them to actually eat. Bowfin, midsummer, basically all I'm fishing is kind of like the heavy cover, like pads, duckweed, super thick like slop, same stuff you would basically throw a frog in for bass. They're super, super strange fish. Seems like they have personalities. They're very like inquisitive and curious. So I like to slap a fly down really hard and then make a lot of noise. Usually that gets them interested. They do this slow rise, wiggle right up to the fly. Sometimes they even bump it with their nose. And then it kind of goes to, you gotta figure out what they want. Sometimes it's a really hard pop, and then they'll chase it down super fast. Another hard pop, they'll chase it down and crush it. Other times they want it sitting completely still. That's definitely one of the most fun parts about bowfin, is getting that fish interested and then figuring out exactly what it takes to get it to eat. Oh, he missed it. Dude, he's still there, he's still there. Giant. He's right on it. Oh, he's right on it. Yep. Oh, you seeing this? He's massive. Dude. Isn't that insane? Did you see the way he ate that thing? Yeah, that's a nice one, dude. That didn't take long, dude. So gar are kind of like, out of the three, I would say they're kind of the easiest. So I call them, they're kind of like a fun fish. It's super strange using the rope fly because you don't set the hook, you just gotta keep pressure. they're a lot of fun. There's a lot of little ones out there, like the one we caught today, but there are some true giants out there. We've seen some mid 4-footers out there, so they're out there. Ready? All right, got the grand slam. So the rough fish, I think they're extremely underrated, and I kind of hope they stay that way for selfish reasons. You know, when it's 90 out and it hasn't rained in a month and every other bite is pretty terrible, you can still come out and catch them. Not saying it's easy, because it's definitely not. Can be very frustrating, but there's nothing I'd rather be doing on a hot summer day.